Hello everyone, this video is officially sponsored by Panic Productions. They were kind enough to send me a free prototype of their brand new board, the Panic Scare Basic. Be sure to check out the description for 15 to 20% off launch. Now enjoy the video. Hey everybody, so this is going to be probably a two-part video, I'm not sure yet. But I'm building a skeleton. I know that I said the last hunt build was going to be the last one, but it's not. I'm going to take the skeleton pirate that was gonna be just on the ground on the beach, and I figured I'm gonna build a cannon that lights up when it shoots out fog, and blows the fog out. And I'm gonna create a pirate with mouth movement to use that scene's audio from the ride as well. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use my friend, you'll probably see it in this video, and I'm actually going to explain it before I get into this video, but I'm just using this clip because that video is going to come out probably months from now. But my friend is sponsoring my video, which I would have already talked about by now in this video. And I'm going to use the board he made for me that you can buy, and I'm going to program it all together. So I'm going to give him mouth movement as well, so he's going to say like the lines from the ride while he shoots the cannon at people. So that's kind of the plan, but I'm gonna try and do some more time-lapsing kind of stuff. But I'm gonna drill out this, so I'm gonna basically cut this out and put a wooden base in the bottom and drill it through here, and then we're going to mount the cylinder, and I'm gonna have to cut this down with the Dremel a little bit, but I'm gonna attach the cylinder onto here, and when you move this, it moves the mouth. So that's the plan. Okay everyone, got an update for you. So I attached the cylinder. Seems pretty strong. I just used another mounting piece, so it's definitely not like super secure, I guess, but it will get the job done totally. So yeah, that's basically how I got it in there. Now I'm gonna cut that wooden piece and attach that, and hopefully this will be mounted, and then honestly we can get to testing it, I think. Okay everybody, so here's an update. We got it all rigged up. I definitely need to add another screw to this piece, and maybe add some glue or something to that. I'm not really sure. Maybe just add a bunch of tape, but it does work. I haven't tested it with any air yet, so I'm not sure if it works, but I'm happy with it so far. So I'm gonna add the little pieces, and I'm gonna connect it to my air compressor, and we're gonna give it a test run, try it at different PSIs. I want it to be really low PSI because I don't want to break it. So yeah. Okay guys, so here he is. I might add a piece of foam still, but I'm not sure if he honestly needs it now. I slowed the PSI down. Did I even? It's at 30 even. Mine doesn't. It was at 25, but it's moving way more smoothly now. Check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna sync him up with, if you look up Pirates of the Caribbean ride audio and you go to 7 minutes, if it's the one with like the orange tower, that's the audio I'm gonna put on him where they're fighting. You hear the cannon going, because like I said, he's gonna be with the cannon prop I'm gonna be building soon, so you guys will be seeing that soon here. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Okay guys, so I cut a bunch of 2-inch blocks using a 2x4, and for some reason the math did not math, and maybe I should have cut them a little smaller. This isn't perfectly centered, but I think it's good enough for a cannon. I mean, those are pretty grungy kind of things, you know, they're dirty and nasty, and I definitely see them deforming a little bit after shooting enough cannonballs. I don't think anybody's gonna nitpick me on this. So plus, well, the outside's gonna be a different shape too. So it fits in there good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill it up with some great stuff here on both ends to hold that in place. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. See how this goes. Okay guys, so this stuff's starting to dry. I'm probably gonna add some more to the other end, but I added these side poles, but they look pretty bad because of the angle that I chose to do them. But I'm not too worried about the cosmetics on this, you guys, just because it's, you know, it's a Canon in the dark. I'm not terribly worried about it, but they're on there. Definitely doesn't look the best, but because I didn't even, that doesn't look right because I did too. But it is what it is, you guys. I'm going to add some more spray foam. The other side was gonna be the top, but then I just messed that up. So this is the top now. So yeah. Okay guys, so you probably saw that was an absolute mess. This is me after cleaning for 30 minutes off my hands. But that was a disaster. I should have been more patient with it. If you're ever gonna do this, be more patient. I do think I have enough on there to where it's gonna work. Tomorrow I'm gonna carve this out. This will be the bottom because this is where most of it fell off. It also fell, which was just great. But this is already getting hard, and then tomorrow I'll carve it. This will probably be the top because I got the most build up. But yeah, definitely, yeah, look at that. No, this will be the bottom. Not happy with what I did here, but it is what it is. You know, I tried, I learned. Hopefully if you guys build this prop, you'll learn from me because I messed up, but we'll definitely have enough. We definitely have enough to have a big ring around here to make it look like a cannon barrel, but should have done better. I could go get more and redo it, but it would take another day, and I kind of want to get this prop done because I want to open my haunt as soon as I can. But yeah, this doesn't need to be here. Okay, everybody, I'm pretty disappointed with what I did here. It's my first time ever working with this foam, and I'm not happy with it at all. Too many air gaps, too much of this, too much of that. I don't like how it looks. So what I plan to do is use a bucket. This is, I don't know if you guys have seen my video on that scarecrow puppet I made. I basically parted the entire thing out. And I think what I'm gonna do is attach this bucket on here like that to make the end of the cannon and drill a bigger hole in here and see how that looks. If it looks really bad, I can always take it off and then we're stuck with this, which does kind of resemble a cannon, but we're gonna give this a shot because I just want to give it a try. So I'm gonna drill a bigger hole in here and I'll give you guys an update. Okay, everybody, I like to think I made up for my mistake. I think this looks really good with this bucket. It's on there decent. I mean, it's just drilled into foam and cardboard, so it's not going to be super strong, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry about all this. I mean, it's supposed to be a really, really old cannon, so we'll just act like it's grime and whatever. Residue, but yeah, this looks really good. So now I'm going to paint it all up, and we're going to see how that looks, and then we're going to build it a stand, and then we're going to work on getting the light mounted in there, the fan hooked up in the back, and all that good stuff. Okay guys, so I just finished spray painting this. I think it looks pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't what I had in mind for the cannon in terms of the look, but I think it's good. I think it is good. It looks like a cannon. I get the cannon vibe from it. I'm happy with it. So yeah, if you're gonna build one of these, I think the foam route looks a little bit better, but you gotta, I mean, it's hard to do, and I definitely learned from it, but for now, I really do like this look on this cannon. So yeah, now I'm gonna work on building the base while I let this dry. And then once the base is done, we're gonna put it all together and hook things up. So here's where we're at. I made an error when I was cutting. I had to put a new blade on my saw, and then I forgot what I was doing, and I accidentally cut one of these too short. So I do have the right size piece over here. So maybe I'm gonna take a hinge and turn this into a positive and make it like a little door so that you can go in there and have all the electronics in there. So I'm gonna turn it into a positive, guys, trust me, but pretty happy with this. I'm going to obviously run some more wood across. I'm gonna put a wood base down. I just wanted to see how the structure went together, and we're gonna make this really nice. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to take down that side a little bit to match this side, just because I think it'll add more stability, and I really don't think this needs to be that long. So that's the plan now. There should still be enough space in here, and then I don't have to make it fully closed. It can be kind of an open compartment. So that's the plan. Okay guys, so I've done a lot of work since last update. We got that full base in there. I am gonna have this raised up because it's gonna be in a laser swamp. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that yet, but so it's gonna be raised. So with that being said, I want it to face straight forward like this, so that people are, it's at the barrel's at like chest to head level for the people, because head level for the kids, probably chest level for the adults. I don't want it to look like it's aiming above their heads, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want to have it flat like this, and I also got to attach this fan to the back. So I think what I'm gonna do is I might, whoa, and it's really top heavy, so I'm probably gonna make some sort of wooden brace here to kind of hold this. And then I'm also going to have to make something to hold this fan up. So the base is definitely not gonna be super pretty, but that's not really the focal point of this prop. It's not supposed to be a super detailed prop. That's not really the goal of it, but yeah, I'll give you guys the next update soon here, guys. So I kind of mocked this up, but it holds it really good, but I can still turn the cannon and move it, but it also holds it really tight in there, so it's not gonna move unless I want it to. It looks a little strange, but remember the skeleton's gonna be sitting on top of it, so you probably won't see much of that, and maybe I can even use that to give him some more support. Maybe use those little poles and then put his back on that as like a seat maybe. So maybe that's how I'll use that, but here's how it looks so far. Now the next thing I gotta do is do the fan, figure all that out, and then I also gotta figure out the light and how I'm gonna get fog in there. So those are gonna be what we're looking at now, so yeah. Hey guys, so another quick update. I drilled another hole to put the fog in because the fan's gonna be right on the back. We need the fog in to go somewhere. So I got this tube, and you can see where the fog will come in. Now to get the fog into the tube, I just have a cup that I attach to it, and I'm just gonna figure out a way. I'll probably tape it on there, zip tie it on there. It just needs to hold like that. Maybe I'll even drill it to the, we'll see, but not really a huge deal. I think I could fit the compressor, but I don't want to. We'll just put it behind it or something, because then I also need to put the control panel in here, and probably the solenoid and whatever. So yeah, pretty happy with this so far though. It's going really, really well. Okay, so I plugged in the light to an extension cord, and I'm trying to decide if I really even need to have anything holding it in there, because it kind of just sits there. I mean, this prop isn't at an angle. It's nice and even the way I built it. There's enough room for the fog to go around. It looks sweet. I really like it. I don't really see a reason, unless the fan's gonna blow it around, which I don't think the fan's that strong. I don't really know if there's a reason for me to secure this in here. Maybe I'll push it out a little bit more like that maybe. But I'll show you guys what it looks like in the dark. I'm actually really happy that I kind of messed up this foam because it looks cool. Kind of looks like embers glowing. So let me shut the light off. Obviously this isn't complete darkness, but I'm a big fan. Okay guys, we're getting close to being done here. So I like the look of him sitting on the cannon, and then it almost completely covers this weird contraption. You can't see any of this. You can't see that because of his clothes and everything. I want to put that gun in his other hand. I think that would be fun. But yeah, I'm really a big fan. I'm gonna figure out a way to secure him on better. Then I'm gonna hide. This solenoid's actually fried. So I'm gonna find him a different solenoid and probably just throw that in there, and yeah. Then I just gotta wait for the controller. But yeah, you can see that there. I'm gonna also test it to see if it can pump fog, because I've actually never tested this fogger. I got it from a friend in a trade. See if it pumps through here nicely. Get the fan going, see if it blows the fog out nicely. So yeah, we're gonna give some things a try here, but so far so good. Okay guys, so I secured him on better. I just wanted to give you guys this quick update. I drilled another piece of wood here, and then I zip tied him and ran it through a few screws in on the other side, so he's not going anywhere. I also, with this hand, it wanted to fall because of the gun, which I think looks super cool. So I just put a zip tie in his shoulder here, or in his elbow, and now it's good. Big fan of this prop so far. He's got his hook too, and this arm wants to stay up for some reason. But yeah, super cool so far. I'm loving it. Okay everybody, he's done. Other than programming, this prop is finally finished. So right now I have the light on, which obviously this will only be on when it's firing, but I don't have the controller just yet. I also have the fan on back there, so you can feel the air blowing. But that will also only go on for like a few seconds when he fires the cannon, so it can shoot the fog. I have his mouth on, so I'll show you that first. So that works super good. I'm really happy with that. Running it on 30 PSI, that's what I've decided I think is the best. So I'm gonna show it to you guys now. So here we go. Okay everybody, so the Panic Scare Basic came in today. It comes in a box like this. Really nice. So yeah, this is the prototype. It has four different outputs that can be movements. So, and he packaged this thing really, really well. Definitely made sure it got here safely. So, let's see if we can get here. Lots of tape, which is really important, especially with these smaller boxes. Okay, so when you open it up, this is a prototype, so it'll be a little bit different, but you got the little Panic sticker there. Let's see, what else we got? A couple little logos, or sorry, a couple little decals. It says, "Dear Triple M Halloween, the team at Panic Productions is happy to supply you with our newest controller. Also, our first as well, the Panic Scare Basic. This controller is simple yet effective, allowing any user to bring their DIY or professional creation to life for others to enjoy. The controller features 4 programmable outputs with up to 1 minute and 20 seconds of programming time." That's nice. As well as ambient audio and action audio, both optional. We hope you enjoy this controller as much as we did making it. Panic Productions team. The promo code, whenever this video goes live, will be triple M. So it'll be, here, I'll put it in the description, but you guys can see it on there. It might be reversed, but it's capital T R I P L M H L L W 24. So that'll be effective 10 days after initial launch, and it's 10% off. So whenever this video goes up, you guys will see that. He also gave me a few little stickers here, which is nice. And then I'm assuming these are the instructions. Okay. We got some just paper in here for packaging. Super nice. Alright, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So we got the adapter right here with some screws for installation. Pretty nice. And then here it is, the masterpiece itself. The prototype board. It'll come in a bag like this. At least that's, I'm assuming, what they're going to do when they launch it. But this board's actually bigger than I thought. It's really nice. I'll open it up here so we can look at the details. I'm really impressed with the shipping quality too. He definitely put a lot of work. Their team definitely put a lot of work into putting this together. So let's open this bad boy up. Slide it out of the bag here. And let's take a look. Okay. So here's the board. It's pretty cool. You got the 4 buttons for the different movements, and this is a prototype. The released one will have 4, but since this was literally the first prototype, we only have 3. This one has an X on it. But we do have 3 movements here, which is all I will need, hopefully, to make this guy work well. And then, and here's the back. Looks pretty good. I'm really impressed with the quality here. You even have his little logo on there. Looks really good. Really good. Really professional. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with that, especially for a first prototype. Looks really good. And then of course you got the backing plate. This is 3D printed. Looks really nice. So this will help you install your Panic Scare Basic. And then yep, we just got our screws here and our adapter, and that looks like it's everything. So we're good to go. Okay everybody, so I pulled our Canon guy out just a little bit because we're gonna get started working on the Panic Scare Basic here. So I have a few things pulled out. Obviously we have the controller and the mounting screws and the mounting plate, and then we have you're gonna need a 12-volt DC adapter, and then that's the power the outputs on the board, and you're gonna wire it up using these, and I'll explain it as I go. And then you're gonna need, just for my sake, I'm gonna need an extra cord to splice, because I'm actually gonna be using, where is it? I'm gonna be using, yeah, here it is, a wall outlet, because I want to split my power and not damage my items, because I'm gonna be lighting the light and the fan on the same output, and I don't want to splice this cord obviously because it's a good fan if I ever want to part this out. Don't want to damage the fan or the light, so we're splicing out one of these to run to this, so then we can just plug them in really easily. So that's why that's here. And then I'm also going to need to do some splicing on this fog controller, because I just have a button push fog controller, and we're going to turn this into one of our outputs to control the fog. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, and I'm probably going to work on splicing this together, oops, and probably installing this into the side so we can just plug them in really easy. Work on putting this in, and then we also have the sensor which we have to wire up to the prop. So I'll get going on a few things and I'll give you guys an update. Okay everyone, so I just wanted to show you how I wired up the solenoid to start. This was the first thing I wanted to wire up. So we took the 2 cords from the adapter right here, and one of them we wired right to the C slot, and the other one we wired to one of the solenoid points like this, and you can see I soldered it on and heat shrinked. And then with the other wire coming from the solenoid, we went to the no. So that's how we got the solenoid wired up here. I'm going to give it a quick test. Okay everyone, just to test that feature. And I definitely got to swap, actually, yeah, I do have to swap the points on the solenoid. Just quick swap of the air tubes. But just to show you that he works, I recorded a really short video and we're going to play it now. I really like the speed of the mouth there at 30 psi, even a little bit less. It's fast enough where you can totally make out talking, but it'll also last a really, really long time. I might bump it up to like 32 because it's at like 28 now, but it's kind of hard to get an exact number on this. Since it's a smaller compressor, I'll be saving my big compressor for the big guy. But yeah, really happy with that. That only took about 5 to 10 minutes. On this new board here. It's really easy to use. So yeah. Okay, so the next movement to go on this guy is the fog. So I'm gonna take this, normal fog thing that you just click, and I'm gonna splice the end, and we're gonna wire it up to our second output there, so we can just tell the fog machine whenever to shoot the fog out. Okay guys, so as you can see, I spliced these, and we're not 100% sure if it's the black or the white wire coming from this fog timer that goes into no, but we're going to start with the black, and it should work. If it doesn't, I can just try the white wire, but I'm just going to wait for my fog machine to keep heating up, and then I'm going to program a little thing on here where we have the mouth going a little bit, and then we'll have the fogger go, and then yeah, actually I'll just do it with only the fogger because I already unplugged this for now. So I'll just do something where I have the fogger go. I'll hold down the button for a while. We'll see if the fog goes and if it goes for the right amount of time. So yeah. Okay you guys, so I tried it with the black wire and it did not work. I made sure it was heated because I took a normal trigger and it said it was ready to go. So now we're gonna give the white wire a try. Okay guys, so now we got the fog function. It's a little foggy in here now. We got the fog function down. So now the last function we got to figure out here is the outlet one. And then we'll worry about the sensor, and then we'll get into programming and mounting everything inside of the cannon. So yeah, I'm going to splice off the end of this, and we're going to wire it to an outlet like this. And then we're going to mount the outlet on the cannon, like I said, and we're gonna get that done. So this is definitely gonna be the hardest part. Okay everybody, so I just wired up the outlet. This is the one that I'm most scared to test because it's a freaking outlet. But we're not using ground. We have black going to the silver screws on it. I taped it a bunch. And then we have the white. This is supposed to be white wire, but it kind of got changed color by this. The white wire going to the C on the board, and we have this extra green wire I use coming out of the no and going onto the silver screws. So we're gonna give this outlet a test. I'm kind of nervous. Okay guys, test number 1 with the outlet. Let's see how we do. Sweet. So I just finished. I had to wire up the sensor, and I drilled a hole in the sensor and into the cannon, and I wired that through the cannon and onto the board. So here's how we're wired up. So yeah, this should be ready to go, and then the next steps are just gonna be installing everything. So I was gonna put this like on the side, but it really doesn't need to, and that's a ton of effort. It can just kind of sit in there. with the plugs, plus then you don't have to see it. And then obviously we're gonna use our plate. I'm gonna put it on the side wall just because there's gonna be a fog machine inside and I don't want any juice to have to worry about spilling or anything falling on it. So yeah, next step's probably gonna be putting the mounting plate on here and then just getting it ready to go, and then probably programming and doing the audio and stuff, which will be really, really fun. Time to put the backing plate on. So what you got to do is there's included screws, and you put the 3 screws in that line, and then once that's on, then you just hand screw the screws in with the board. So I'm thinking about putting it right around there, so I'll send you guys an update once it's on. Okay, as you guys can see, I've mounted the backing plate on, and now we're gonna put the board onto the plate. Okay, everybody, so as you can see, I installed it. It's technically upside down, you can see the face, but I wanted it so I wasn't fighting the direction of the wires, and at the same time, I can easily program it from that side because the buttons are up top, and I can easily switch out the SD card for the audio. So yeah, pretty sweet. I'm just gonna do some housing work on the inside, and then we'll get to programming. Hey everybody, so we're back after Halloween now. It has been a while since I have filmed anything for this video on this guy because I was focusing on the haunts and everything, but he worked great in the haunt. Honestly, probably my favorite prop from the haunt this year was this guy. As you can hear, I put some different audio on him now than was on him for the haunt. This is the non-copyright audio of the Pirates of the Caribbean theme, just to kind of give you guys like a little demo here, but I'll show you how to use all the different outputs on this guy so you can kind of see. So yeah, I'll show you. So like I said, mine is broken. The very first output does not work, but the other 3 do work. So we got 1, 2, 3 outputs here. The first one doesn't work. The second one controls the mouth, and then these 2, I don't remember which one's which. One of these is for the fan and the light, and one of these is for the fog machine. So we're gonna find that in a minute here when I show you guys how to program him. But basically, all you gotta do is make sure the switch is flipped this way, and then you can press this red button here on the very end to start recording. So we're gonna press that, and now you can hear his voice turn on. I need to turn it up. But I basically just took some non-copyrighted audio and added some cannon noises into him. But here's the mouth. You can hear the cylinder move. And then here is the fog machine. You can see the fog behind me is going. And now this one is the light and the fan. So you see the fan kick on, and you'll see there's probably some fog that flew out of there. But the fog machine wasn't on for very long. So as you guys just saw, we have the light, or we have the mouth, then the fan, or then the fog machine, then the fan and the light. So to record an actual final video for or a final like recording session for this guy, for like a haunt, I'm gonna turn his volume up. We can do that right now. So obviously it's still recording, so that's the problem here. But we're gonna we're gonna end this one, and it's gonna play the ambient audio because it wants to play that recording for me now. But we're just gonna hit record, and then we're gonna try. It might take a few tries here, but I'm gonna show you guys how it's done, and then I'm gonna make a good one and show you. So we're gonna hit that red button on the end, and then remember we have our mouth, fog machine, light, and fan. So let's give it a shot here. Red button. And I don't have the cannons memorized yet, so I'll have to show you guys the final product when it's done, but let's just see what we got so far here. So as you guys can see there, I was able to sync up the mouth pretty well for the first try, but you guys could hear the cannon noises, and I did not sync those up yet because I don't have the audio like memorized, because you got to do it by hand. So it's kind of like playing an instrument. It's definitely a unique skill to program these props. But yeah, I will get back to you guys once I have a pretty solid rendition of them programmed here. Remember, it'll just be mouth, fog, light, and fan. So I'll just show you guys the program, and then I'll show you guys how all the outputs light up when I play them. So as you guys saw there, I turned the volume way down now, but Canon works great. You can see, I'm gonna activate the sensor here, and you're gonna see all the different outputs flashing, and that's when those movements happen. So I'm gonna trigger the sensor. Fog, fan, light, mouth, mouth again. There's the fogger, and there's the light with the fan. Now all those are happening when those movements happen, so that's how the controller works. Also, there's this lock setting where you can flip the switch, and that locks the controller, and that light will kick on, so no changes can be made. Overall, this controller is perfect. I recommend it for anyone looking to build a professional haunt, or a home haunt like I do. It's really just a great controller. I think it's better than all the competitors just with the fact that it has this easy lock. And the other main thing that I love about this controller is the SD card. You can use this guy on an SD card. Some of the competitors, you have to hook it up to a computer, run a bunch of wires through it, and do a really complex sequence of buttons. With this controller, you literally just pop the SD card in there. It's a much more simple process. This is also a very nice looking board. Yeah, it's super easy to use. The guy working behind it he's great, and he'll help you out if you have any questions with your board. And this is a lot cheaper than the competitors. Better, cheaper, what else could you want? Panic Productions really does it all when it comes to these boards. I could not recommend them anymore. I think it is the best option. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.